Hi and welcome back to Pittman's Pumpkin Patch, Pittman's Garden Patch. I'm here focusing on my strawberry plants here. Last video you saw me talking about the blueberries. So I figured I'd do a little short one on the strawberries. Well, short as I can make it. This year I have a new variety, mainly because the farmer that I've been getting them from only had this variety left. And this is variety is called Camarosa strawberries. I usually get the Chandlers. And, you know, I'm fairly happy with them. It's an okay variety, but I will say this. This is me pollinating these flowers. I come out there and I just kind of rub them around. I go from flower to flower, rubbing around. Now this is, let me give you a little bit of a, this Camarosa has produced, you know, a lot of green, but an okay amount of strawberries. My son and I and the family, we've been coming out here munching on them a little bit here and there, and you know, so I get a little small harvest at a time, and but I'm not sold on this variety. I'm going to try to do my best in 2 or 3 months or whatnot to get the Chandlers, and I'm going to try the Jewel variety. But definitely get the Chandlers. They're much sweeter than this variety, and this is how I like to do. You know, I was told, you know, by the farmer, and I believe it's 100% true. You know, that with the Camarosa variety, you have to make sure that that before you pick them, that the color is more of a dark red instead of that kind of candy apple or fire engine red color. And I know it's a little hard to see because of the lighting and whatnot. But these are, you know, June bearing varieties. They're pretty huge, and the flavor is okay. But like I said, to me they're not as sweet. And I've had other people eat these, and they said, yeah, these were not as sweet as the ones I grew last year. And I have to agree. And this is how I harvest them. I just come out there and pinch off a little stem right there, give myself something to hold on to. Give it a couple blows on the thing to make sure the dirt's off. Well, maybe more than a couple. Take a bite. It's not bad. It has a little bit more of a, I'm going to show you the middle. It's got a more of a meaty, fleshier inside than I think the Chandlers do. And this tastes a little bit more watery and not as sweet. And you know, I don't know, maybe it got too much water, and maybe that's why it's watered it down. You know, I've heard people referring to cantaloupes. You know, a couple weeks or so before you are ready to harvest those, you want to cut back on the watering to get it sweeten it up. I don't know if the strawberries work that way, but maybe so. Maybe that explains why these taste a little bit more watery or just not as sweet. I mean, it's not bad. But I think what I'm going to do, and I was hoping that this year what I was planning on doing is going to take a lot of these sisters, these little runners that come off the plants, and I was going to pot them up and get myself some free plants, save myself some money. But, well, I don't particularly care for this variety, so what I'm going to do is when these things are done, I'm just going to chop this and drop it down or whatever, and you know, mix it in with the soil and let Mother Nature break it down over the winter and whatnot, fall and winter, and go from there and get the strawberries that I want. But like I said, it's pretty good, just not as tasty as I would have liked it to be. And like I said, you can see I got strawberries in there, and I've been eating a few here and there, and I guess a bird or two gets them, and a little mouse or something. And over here I have more strawberries. I have all-star varieties in here. That's the smaller ones in here, except for one of them down here is Camarosa. This bigger one right here. This is a Camarosa, and I don't seem to have gotten that many strawberries over in here, and that's happened actually 2 times in the last last year that the strawberry production in this particular bed does not seem to pan out as much as the one over there. I'm not sure quite why that is, but it is something I've noticed. But anyways, a lot of green, very healthy, no bug damage really to speak of. Doesn't seem to really be producing a whole lot of flowers and whatnot, but you know, I said it is what it is. I don't know, got some cupping of the leaves right there. That cupping right there, I wonder what that's all about. Huh. Well, anyways, from Pittman's Pumpkin Patch, Pittman's Garden Patch, I hope you're all enjoying those fresh strawberries.